So yes, once you've got your property, there are so many different things you need to look into as a landlord, and often it's going to be specific to the kind of property you've got, the kind of tenants that you're letting to, and the kind of agreement that you're letting on. So just this is literally going to whiz through to dazzle you a little bit with all the stuff that you need to bear in mind. You've got safety regulations as a landlord, your legal obligations, energy performance certificate, your gas regulations, you've got to have your gas safety check. PAT is portable appliance testing for small appliances, so if you're providing things like toasters, microwaves, kettles, every single year they need to be tested, or do like I do if I need them. Electricity checks, fire regs, heating, building regs, all these are going to be probably specific to the kind of property and also to a certain extent to your local council. So these are all things you're going to have to obtain local specialist advice on, really, to make sure you're doing them right. Insurance, landlord's insurance, as you know from Sarah Beanie's adverts, is very specific to landlords. It's not the same thing as your residential insurance. Getting the right tenant. This is always a tricky one. You know, you have to accept that you're going to get a dodgy tenant. You just are. There is no way around it at some point. These are things that you can do to be as sure as you possibly can be that you're not going to get a dodgy tenant. Gut instinct, I think, is a big one. I actually, running HMOs and just renting rooms to people, I don't reference them, there's absolutely no point, they're not there for long enough, to be honest with you. Take a month's rent up front, and then you eyeball them. That kind of works. Most of the time, you get a very good feeling, and if your gut feeling says no, don't take them. End of story. And who's managing the let? This is the big thing. Do you let them yourself, or do you actually put it out to an agency? Or do you put it out to a private property manager? I think, you know, it's one of those things where ultimately put a value on your time. This is the most important thing I would say with buy-to-let, which not enough people do. They say, well, I'm saving money because I'm managing it myself. Yeah, but are you? Because what could you be doing? What's your hourly rate? And 9 times out of 10, all these people are actually losing money because they don't bill for their own time. This is what can happen. You've got getting into the property if there's an issue, or if you need to do a periodical check when you do it. What happens if the tenant refuses access? What if they get into rent arrears? What if there's damage to the property? Unauthorised subletting, that's quite a problem actually. Nuisance that they might be causing, and genuine criminal activity. These are all things that tenants can do, and how do you then deal with those?